This is Patrick with Vizion magazine. We are in Lansing at the second night of Peppermint Theater's
Ordinary Days.
Ordinary Days.
We were that memorable.
Yeah, right. I was like, wait.
It's been a long day.
Ordinary
Sorry.
people, right?
It's all good.
Yeah. Can y'all tell everybody who you are and what characters you play and actually I'll get to that one in a second, but tell everybody your name and what character you play.
Okay, I'm Joe Quick and I play Warren.
I'm Amanda Whitehead and I play Claire.
I'm Rusty Broughton. I play Jason.
I'm Leah Gerstel and I play Deb.
I'm Chad Badgerow and I'm the director of the show.
Now, Chad, can you tell everybody basically what the show is about?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you or should I talk to the camera? I can't tell. All right, the show is about four young New Yorkers who are struggling with where they're at and where they're going and trying to make connections with the people in their lives or the lack of connections in their lives. The show is told completely through song, almost completely, and I think largely focuses on the idea of trying to find your place in the world and understand how we all are like small pieces of like a larger whole.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I think Adam Guan would approve.
Like, anytime anyone asks me, I have to read the back of the card.
Right.
I don't know.
We're connecting.
Yeah.
Now this set, we're actually on the set. Can you explain the set?
Joe.
Sure. The set is very versatile for the show. The four characters sort of come on and off, for their songs and cross paths. And there's sort of a couple of different storylines going on. So the set really works for those scenes changing. There's also this idea in the show that we're like all tiny, we're like tiny little specks all huddled together to make a bigger picture. Which also comes out in the art theme in the show. Some of the scenes take place at the Met. And so the set kind of mirrors that idea in that it's the New York City skyline, put together with these little dots. And so something about it.
Last night, Chad, you mentioned how long it took. How long did it take?
It's crazy. That's just like a work thing. No, it took about 6 hours, 2 days, 3 hours each. Just to kind of graph out the city skyline. It's actually like scale New York City skyline with everything appropriate, like the Chrysler building. Anyways, so it's just a bunch of like paint dots. About 6 hours.
Bingo.
Oh. Yeah.
And now this was never shown before in community theater, and I've already said this before we began enrolling, but last night was the first time in Michigan, and I saw it, as all of you know, and it's actually one of the best shows I've seen at Peppermint Creek.
At Peppermint Creek.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That doesn't include Wharton's. But
although I think that we could give Mary Poppins a run for their money.
Absolutely.
With all of our cousins.
Rusty, you're going to dance on the ceiling?
Exactly.
He's perfect.
Future Bert. I plan to fly with an umbrella next week.
Yeah.
For the show, so.
It's gonna be great.
Now, Chad, you also said last night that you had sat down with actually the writer who was actually a friend of yours, and you asked him in one word as you describe each character. Can you guys give those words?
Deb's word was ambition.
Jason's word was eager.
I want to have my cool way to say Claire, but that's just too boring of a name.
I did
Claire's
a lot of character research.
He's allergic to the French, though, so I don't know what's happening here.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Claire's word is broken.
And Warren's word was dreamer.
Do you think? Well, obviously they do, but
What's your word, Patrick?
my word is writer.
Writer.
That makes sense.
What did you think of the characters when you first read them, before you even knew any of the words that Adam had mentioned?
I guess for me, I picked up on that. I mean, there's such a drive behind Deb, and she's really just pedal to the metal and go, 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 and she's really restless and really unhappy with where she is at almost any given point in time, trying to figure out, like Chad said, where she belongs in this big picture in life. And so, I mean, I think I picked up on a lot of that drive and ambition, but of course, like Chad said yesterday in our talk back, it's always wonderful when you have connection to the writer and composer, and they can give you that extra insight and that pat on the back and say, yeah, you're on the right path, or no, take the other fork in the road. So I think I picked up on my character, and I fell in love with her. I thought she was really great and wonderful, and I could relate to a lot of things about her life living in New York City. I understood a lot of her angst and frustration, and also a lot of the joy and excitement she finds in simple things once she kind of is more aware. Take some time to breathe and become aware of her surroundings.
I liked your character a lot too. I wanted to play Deb.
You should print off.
You
should print off the copy and tape it back there.
This is Edric, our music director.
So yeah, for the camera.
Come and say who you are.
Come say hi, Edric.
You can sit right here.
And one word
Right there,
to
see,
describe you as the music
Hi,
director.
I'm the music director. I'm Edric. I love it.
Wish we could say the same.
And we love you,
Awesome.
especially a couple times last night. We loved you.
Oh my lord.
Shh.
What's wrong with you?
I mean,
people?
because he was really rocking out.
I got the gold star.
I'm actually Leia, if I can, on my ship side from Ordinary Days. You actually are not from Michigan, are you?
No, I'm not.
She's the odd person. Said I don't
I'm
know.
very odd.
She's an
I'm
odd person.
extremely odd. That is true. No, I'm not from Michigan. I am from a small town near Buffalo, New York originally, and now I live in New York City. And about 8 years ago, Chad and I did a show together in New York, one of our first shows in New York. And he's one of my first dear friends from New York. And we were really close, and when he moved back to Michigan, he told me he was opening a theater company, and I kind of, said, great, good work, good luck, not knowing if he would really pull it off. You bitch, leaving me in New York City all alone. Stupid theater company. And he has really done a tremendous job, as you know, with Peppermint Creek, bringing kind of cutting edge things to Lansing, and always with a smile, as I say. And he's just done some really great work. It's true. It's true. Look at that. And so he's been wanting me to come out and visit and do a show for a while, and it's never quite worked out in my schedule. And when I heard this music, when I heard Ordinary Days, and I saw the role of Deb, just on the page, I kind of knew that I had to do it, and I knew that I really wanted to be here, and it all kind of has worked out, and the stars have aligned in some mysterious way, and everything has, I got time off from another show that I'm doing in New York, and they were so gracious about that, thank you. And all my flights were on time, there was never a snowy day, knock on wood, as I have to return in a bit. So I've been flying back and forth and spending half my week. It's hollow. Yeah, this is where we keep the people that don't like the show.
We'll give you
Put 'em in
an
there.
hour.
Oh my God, we're out of control.
Okay.
Do you have to edit this? I'm so sorry.
No, actually, I don't.
Fantastic! Ah, you can see how crazy we are. And just knowing Chad and knowing that he is so incredible with the work that he does. Like you said, community theater, but I really feel like everything I've ever seen, anything I've ever heard of, it's just several steps up from that. I just think it's about as professional as it can be in a small area, and the talent that I'm here with on stage is amazing.
She pointed at them.
Yeah.
All three.
She put it right back.
This is the triple threat right here. This is the triple threat.
Oh.
So,
It's true.
and